Hey everybody, Old Man Alchemist here with another episode in our Dune Awakening saga. We're tearing down the deep desert base today. We went out and tried to find a spice field in the D and E row, and we only found two small spice fields. Um, it's just patently obvious to me that the way the game is structured, and listen. First of all, I've got over 400 hours, like 410 hours in the game, and I love it. Hold on one second. I love the game for what it is. The first part of the story was excellent. Finding the Fremen, doing the trials of alcohol, finding out that whole first part of the story. The DLC was pretty nice. I know a lot of people complained about it. And so was the second part of the story. I enjoyed all of that immensely. I enjoyed going and getting all the stuff that you could take, um, and just yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed Dune Awakening. It's fantastic. It's a great game, and but I have come to the point where I'm not willing to go into the deep desert to do certain things. That's just the way it is, man. I mean, everybody has their thing they want to do or not want to do. And for me, I've gotten more than enough out of this game. I will give it a wholehearted buy. You guys, you could do a lot worse playing this game. Uh, like I said, I got 400 hours out of it, and man, I enjoyed every last one of them, and it's just been great. All right, so the subfief is demolished. What do we want to do here? Oops, nope, not yet. So, let's see. Can we take one of those? Get those batteries in there. Okay, take another one of those. Get that in there. Okay, we got plenty of room for the stone and stuff, because that's what we want to tear down next, is just tear the building down. So we have pretty much what we need if we ever come back. But right now, it doesn't look like we're going to be doing... We've got a lot of busy work with Dune Awakening. But that's just, once every 2 weeks we come on, we're going to pay our taxes. After that, we'll probably do what I call the night prowl, where I'm just going and visiting all those camps that I never got to, so I can get 100% completion. But there's not much to do with that, man, in truth, and that's okay. For the completionists, people like me that want to see that kind of thing, yeah, but I know most of you probably don't, or, catch a moment of it. So we're getting ready to start Harry Potter. But first, I came across a thing called Mistfall that I'd very much want to try the beta, so I'm going to do that a little bit later today. And then we'll start Harry Potter. So you guys will see this video in a day or two. Um, and yeah, man, I mean, I have enjoyed immensely Dune Awakening. There's nothing wrong with this game. I would give it a 4.5 out of 5. One sec. Just because it seems to me the end game needs some more work. You know, the first 95% of the game, fucking fantastic, man. And that's where you're going to spend most of your time. The end game, the way they have it set up right now, it's for, um, guilds, not really made for solo people. And now they said they're going to make some changes to the game, and it'll be interesting to see what they come up with in the January through March, whenever they're going to drop that update and give that material to us. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with, what they do. But right now, the way the PvE is, you go to the deep desert, the map says, yeah, there's 17 medium spice fields in the D&E road is what the map shows. And I don't know how many dozens of small spice fields. You guys saw me yesterday fly from one end of the map to the other, and I found one small spice field. Now the medium spice field that I found was in the PvP section. And granted, if you go there at certain times, you have a good chance of not being molested. But I'm not a PvPer. I'm a PvEer. And I'd like to see what Funcom is going to do, because they said that they're working on some stuff to change the end game, change the Landsrad. Maybe they're going to allow us to acquire Spice Sand through a Landsrad award or something. But again, I don't belong to a faction. I was waiting for the third faction. So I'm sort of in a holding pattern right now. And, did I get my money's worth out of Dune? Hell yes. Would I recommend that you buy it and play it? Hell yes, unreservedly. Like I said, I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5, or a 9.5 out of 10. It's just that the end game, and the end game is what you make it. And, you guys have seen me go venture into the PvP area, steal spice, rat in there, rat out. That's the problem is that, one, if you had spice fields in the D&E row, it would be a lot easier for a solo player to get his haul, because I'm using a assault ornithopter, and I'm harvesting by hand, and I really didn't want to bother with trying to do the a harvester alone and a crawler, and that's not me. Okay, I don't mind harvesting by hand, but that's a pretty long trek to wind up with just that 10,000, and it takes 30 minutes to get there, and another 30, 40 minutes to harvest by hand. And they've got, this is the second spice blow I've seen in Haga Basin in that area. They got more spice blows in Haga Basin today than what they had in the bloody deep desert in the PvE area. Okay, what I see, there's the other one that was there, and I should go and get that, but I don't see why, man. I mean, it's why can't they have that amount of spice blows for the medium thing in the deep desert in the PvE area? But even if they had that, what am I working towards? Getting a large refinery, a large ore and a large spice, and then what? That's pretty much it, because you run a few testing stations in the deep desert, or you go treasure hunting, and that's about it for PvEer. And I've done all of that except for the large spice and oil refinery, and uh, I don't really need them. There's nothing really for me to make. It's just time to really turn everything off and get the water up to where it needs to be. But that's really about it. So how much excess power do we have? So we know what to turn off. And then we're just going to let those moisture catchers. Got 1700. So 1100, not 1700. What's the matter with me? Yeah, 1100. So about 9 of them, I think. And we're going to start doing some other games until the update for Dune comes out sometime next year. In January is supposedly when they're doing it. They're going to do the third part of the story, which I am very much looking forward to continuing. Finding out more information about me, where I came from, what's going on with me. Zantara is I just feel like there's still some possibility of doing something with him, meeting him, because that took off everything. Let's turn that back on. There we go. All right, so that's what we need running right now. When we get when the water's all filled up, we'll be okay. And we can turn these guys off, and then we'll just be worrying about power. I want to get rid of these last two, so I'm only using particulates. I got 2 advanced particulates in there. But this is all going to go down, and we'll have our water filled up. We'll turn all this stuff off. We'll come on once every 2 weeks to pay the taxes, fuel the... I'm going to keep the base in the shoal for now. I might actually tear that down, and if it doesn't live up to my expectations by this time next year, I might tear this base down and just build a small one and keep it powered. But for now, as I said, I've enjoyed this game, and I've gotten oodles and oodles of fun and time. There's over 400 hours. I paid $80 for the deluxe. So what, I pay about 20 cents an hour. I mean, you can't get better bang for your buck than that unless it's free. And yeah, did they have their problems? Yes. When they roll out a patch, I mean, it's a standing joke that you probably should wait a week or 2 before you try the content so they can get it fixed. But when it's working beautifully. The story is engaging. Arrakis is just devastatingly beautiful. I mean, its harshness is just enchanting. Yes, it's a struggle, but man, this game just grows on you. And again, if you've been watching my series, you've been seeing stuff, you've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. I give it to you raw and wiggling. I don't bother with trying to edit. I suck at that stuff. You see me die. You see me make mistakes. You see me run past stuff that I was looking for. Even right past the constellation chest one time. In the middle of the room, I went right by it. Okay, whatever, man. But the game is great. Funcom did an excellent job on this, and what they've got to work out is the end game, and it's going to evolve, I think, and I hope it evolves into something good. I hope they have a way where PvEers can get a hold of Spice Sand. I don't care if it's part of a Lands Rad thing that you get, or missions that you get, or whatever. I can see why they want to have PvPers fighting over the spice. Because at any one time, even in the deep desert in the PvP section, if the server was full, yeah, there'd be a lot of people fighting over those, even though a new spice field forms, it seems like every 15, 20 minutes in the G, H, and I rows. In one of those rows, you're going to see something popping off in 15 minutes as long as the previous spice field had been removed, so something new can spawn. It's just that in the PvE section of the deep desert, the D and first half of E rows, even though it shows the possibility or the potential for 17 medium spice fields and the potential for dozens of small spice fields. You saw in my fly through the other day, one end of the road to the next, one small spice field, man. And you see those big spice blows in the PvP section, and I can tell you those a few weeks ago when I was in the deep desert for the first time, before the 4th of July holiday. Um, Man, it seemed like you you would see at least two blows a row, medium blows, if not large blows. So they need to work on the timing if they're going to keep it split. I don't think they want to keep it split. I think they want the deep desert to be all PvP. Um, as I said yesterday, it's a bait and switch thing. They're showing you what could be the potential of the PvE D and E row, but the actuality, uh, what is it, stoichiometry and chemistry? There's the theoretical yield and actual yield. The actual yield um, ain't 17 medium spice fields and dozens of small spice fields. It was one small spice field. And yes, I went to the PvP area. I wanted to get that spice. I did. I'm happy, but I just I don't want to risk my Thopter. It's just not my style of gameplay, man. That's all to it. I'm not trashing Dune. I'm not trashing Funcom. I'm not trashing what they're trying to build because nobody really knows what they're going to do. January, they're supposed to be reworking everything. January, sometime in March. January through March 2026. They said they're going to drop Chapter 3, some new DLC, um, and they're going to start implementing, reworking the end game. And I really want to see what they do with that. I'm looking forward to that. This game is engaging. And again, guys, whether it's 4 out of 5 or 4.5 out of 5 or 9.5 out of 10, this is a definite buy. And you're going to get hours. If you like survival crafting, and don't go by my, I called it a dirt box. It's a square box. It's a dark box. Pixel Cave, yeah. I'm jealous of Pixel Cave's design acumen. Those guys, Pixel Cave knows how to put up a building. But hey, we got the stuff that we wanted. We did the entire map. And what we have now is, we got 78% completion there. We got 96% there, 86% there, 70 there, only 34 there. So, that's what we're going to do for Night Prowl. Um, find that last cave, get those last 40 some odd camps. Um, but that's what I call busy work. The main parts of the map have been explored. There is stuff in the shoal that, that definitely needs to be done. That's a 41% thing. But again, that's night prowl, busy work kind of stuff. And, we'll do an episode maybe once every 2 weeks, once a month, doing something like that as we move forward and wait for the update to come sometime in the first quarter of next year. I have, again, enjoyed Dune Awakening immensely. I will be coming on about once every 2 weeks or so, just to make sure the base is okay, pay the taxes, and, maybe do a little bit of something with the night prowl thing. But for now, guys, we've made it to at least 70 subscribers. When I checked last night before going to bed, it might be 71 now. We started June 5th. We've got, 30 more to go to hit our goal of 100. I can't thank you guys enough. I cannot thank you enough for everything that you've done to help the channel grow. It's grown so much faster than what I thought it would. So we're going to start trying a few different games. I am looking forward to Solasta 2, possibly Mistfall. I know I'm going to play Hogwarts Legacy, and then maybe Outer Worlds, and possibly Outer Worlds 2 when it comes out next month. But for now, we're going to sign off on Dune, and again say that this is just probably one of the best games that are going to come out this year. Does it need work? Yes. But as Mr. Bilo said at one of the live streams, when a live service game comes out the first time, it's the worst it's ever going to be, because the only thing that can happen is that it improves after that. And this game has a lot of room for improvement. It's excellent. I mean, your first 95% of this game, you're going to love it. If you're a PvPer and you're on a busy server, a busy world, you're going to love it, because you're going to have tons of stuff to do in the end game. For a soloist like me, I've got pretty much what I need. And I guess I could do treasure hunting every once in a while in the deep desert, run a testing station to get more thermoelectric coolers or something, but none of that's really necessary for anything that I need to do right now. And as I've said, I've enjoyed this game immensely. I have over 400 hours in it, and as soon as they drop content next year, I'm going to play through all of that, and I hope it's double or triple of what they drop now, because their story is excellent. I just love it. It's great. All right, guys. So again, thanks for hanging with me with this Dune Awakening adventure. It will continue, just on a slightly slower pace. Until next time, this is Old Man Alchemist saying stay cool and peace.